It is one of the greatest fears that human beings can have, not to die and to be buried alive. It's an overwhelming situation, and premature burial was common practice for centuries. But could we escape such a situation? The great escapist Houdini had his funeral planned as the next show he would give among his followers, but he died earlier. It was an idea that had been on his mind for a very long time, but he recognized that it was very complicated to carry it out. Throughout centuries, horrible stories have been found of people who were considered dead. They were buried, and when the body was exhumed, there were signs that that person had tried to escape. Taphophobia, which is how the fear of being buried alive is known, was very common before the 20th century. One of the first documented cases was that of the Scottish philosopher John Duns Scoto, who died in 1308. Upon exhuming his body, his hands were found half out of the coffin, and nails were broken by the failed attempt to save his life. Such was the fear that was generated that they began to manufacture safe coffins with mechanisms such as bells or ventilation tubes so that the dead person could warn that they were still alive. What to do if you're buried alive? The first thing, although it's complicated, is to remain calm. We will consume more oxygen than with controlled and normal breathing, and oxygen is essential to continue with the plan. You'll have to wear your shirt or t-shirt to avoid swallowing dirt. Tuck your head into the neck upside down and tie the bottom ends to create a kind of bag so that when the dirt floods the coffin, you'll avoid swallowing it and drowning. Kick the central part of the roof and try to break it apart so that its sand begins to enter inside and occupies the space. This will create a chamber with no soil on top. At that moment, you'll have to make a hole for your body to come out and use that empty space of dirt to begin to escape. You'll have to go like a worm until you find yourself outside and ask for help. Fortunately, scientific advances have made it possible to diagnose catalepsy that made ancient doctors doubt whether that person had died or not. Therefore, a minimum time was established before burying the deceased in case they were not completely dead. No one has ever managed to escape when buried alive. But theoretically, this is what you should do if you end up in a coffin 6 feet below ground. So far, our advice to escape from such a situation. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and comment on what other situations you want us to do a drama life of. Until the next video,